Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rising Stories Podcast. I'm Corine Sandifer, your host, coming to you from Nashville. On Rising Stories, we talk with women who are changing their world. Women who run their businesses, some women who are writing that awesome book that has been inside of them for years, and women who are encouraging others for the greater good. Twice a month, I sit down with an influential woman to share stories of success, trials, and strength. Today, my guests are two Nashville bloggers who happen to be best friends. Together, they make up the duo known as Hey Wanderer, sharing all the things in a blog about life, travel, and style. Savannah and Casey sat down with me today, and we talked about what would make all bloggers cringe, and we also talked about the business side, and we discussed things like partnership and how they split up tasks and how they self-evaluate. We also share our favorite Nashville spots, including where to get a French Toast Latte and where they take out-of-town guests. This conversation was so much fun. But before we get started, I wanted to mention that today's podcast has been sponsored by a great friend and a dynamic lady, Simone Campbell. Thanks, Simone, for supporting women on Rising Stories podcast. If you would like to sponsor a podcast episode of Rising Stories, please head over to CorineSandifer.com or click on the link in the show notes below. You can also support this show by purchasing products mentioned on the show with the links provided in the show notes. Amazon will give us a portion for every item you purchase with our links. You can also find more great stuff on our Amazon store. And if you would please take a few minutes to subscribe, or a few moments to subscribe to the podcast. It's really easy. Just click on subscribe and tell your friends about the show. You can also find us on Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube. Next week, I will be in New York City, and I will be sharing some travel tips, again, about New York City, and my favorite Friday favorites on the show. So make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss the episode. Okay, guys, here is my awesome, fun conversation with Savannah and Casey. Guys, thanks for joining me here on Rising Stories.
Hi.
Hello.
How are y'all doing today on this gorgeous Nashville day?
Very good.
So far, so good. Absolutely gorgeous outside.
Yeah. So tell me your story. Tell me how you guys got together first as like partnership and friendship, and what you guys are doing with that, with your blog and your business.
We started our business out of our friendship, and we became friends when I first moved to Nashville back in 2011. And I started working at a restaurant called Demas's, which is downtown.
Oh, yeah.
And Casey was working there. And about 3 months in, we kind of found each other and became instant friends.
No, y'all have a doggy.
Yes. I know. I was hoping we were far enough away you wouldn't be able to hear them.
I know. Today, guys, our listeners, you're going to have to pardon. We've got a dog, and then we've got my house has a worker, and so you might hear drilling or barking. So we'll just go with it.
Go with it.
Okay.
Where was I? We met, we became instant friends, and then we kind of just started doing crafts together. We realized we both like creating things. We set up a little studio in my apartment.
Crafty things?
Yeah. What did we do? I mean, just little like hair clips or...
We completely glittered a pair of shoes.
Yeah, covered a pair of shoes in glitter. And that was actually one of our first blog posts was how to cover your shoes in glitter.
Oh, that sounds fun.
We have come a long way.
But yeah, that's how we kind of wanted to make some stuff to sell on Etsy. And Casey was an avid blog reader at that time, and I had no idea what a blog was. I mean, I had never read one. And she kind of explained that if you wanted to sell stuff really well on Etsy, you needed a blog because that's how you get people coming to your shop.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we started the blog. And we ended up really just blogging and not doing anything with the Etsy shop at that time.
Yeah, it kind of took off, because when we started blogging was right in the Pinterest heyday, before it was like really saturated, and we used to pin stuff, and then you would just watch your page views on your blog just go up.
Really?
Yeah, it was incredible. But yeah, Savannah moved in with me, and that was another part of the story, was the end of, so we met kind of early summer of 2011, and by the end of the year she had a bad roommate situation and I had an extra room, and so she moved in with me, and so we've been living together ever since. So yeah, that's kind of how all that got started.
Yeah, and then we had some good success with Pinterest and our blog really early on that next year. We had a hair tutorial, it blew up. I mean, it has about 2 million pins on Pinterest.
I think it's actually up to 4 million. I mean, it's just
wow.
It blew up, and I mean, we were having the craziest page views, and we just didn't know what we were doing. Yeah. I mean, we hadn't
monetized it yet, which is going to make all the bloggers out there cry, because I can't even think about the advertising dollars that we left on the table there.
Okay, I have to tell y'all something really funny, and that is totally me, and I have stayed just in the dark with all of that, because I had a crazy pin that I just blogged really quickly about. I was blogging every Friday, and I blogged really quickly about packing for the beach and for my condo. And so this blog post with the pin has like thousands upon thousands of, it hasn't hit 1 million, not like you guys, but it was like a lot. But I had, it wasn't even my site. Like, and I just now moved it over to, which is really hard to do. I just moved it over to my CorineSandifer.com site. And at least my thing is getting hits, like my own website. But it was like on a WordPress blog, like, because it's not even your house. Like, if people know what websites are, it's like I'm just like kind of subletting. It's like you're just over there, but really WordPress was getting all of the monetizing dollars, and I still don't know how to do that. So so I get that y'all nobody knew at that time. I think a lot of us didn't know what we were doing and how
I don't even know I don't know what happened in our brains, honestly. Right. I knew we wanted to do the Etsy shop to make money, and I don't know, I'm assuming we thought we could make some kind of money with the blog, but we just weren't thinking about all aspects. We, only had, I think we thought, we could do sponsored posts and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was, when we look back, I mean, still to this day, we're like, remember when that happened?
Yeah. So now, though, you guys have, y'all are blogging quite frequently, and you are monetizing it.
Correct.
Thank goodness for those dollars. And you have, what I love about it is it's kind of what I call like earthy, crunchy kind of flavor, right?
That's amazing.
Kind of earthy, like you do a lot of camping stuff. Like I was looking through your Instagram, and it just all looks so like I just want to jump in all the pictures and just sit there.
That's I guess that's kind of the goal. Trying to take people along with us. I think specifically women is who we target, I guess you would say. Yeah,
because we're not really, we love clothes and hair and makeup, and we are really girly girls. But so we really love the idea of drawing people like us into the outdoors. And that's just kind of been a newer, I'd say within the last year, something we've been doing. We just got into camping last year. So it's kind of a new adventure for us.
And we love decorating our house. I think the idea is just that you don't have to fit in a box. And if you are interested in something, then try it out. And, not to wait around for someone to do something or, just to take action. And that's.
Yeah. And so I love the whole, just wanting your viewers to just go out and do and be and just kind of do your own thing. But I also want to know, like, how do you guys, how do you run your business? Is it 50-50? And like, do y'all, or does like one person take care of, okay, so I'm the writer here, so I'm going to do most of the blogging, or how do y'all split that?
Yeah. So we should definitely probably nail that down more concretely, but we
are a partnership 50-50.
Yeah.
That is nailed down.
Yeah.
But the other duties part is
so that's
very loose.
It is kind of Savannah does 99% of the photography. So she will set up a shot and I may just snap the photo. But she does all the editing and the photography. It's something that I am trying to learn and get better at. It just takes me a lot longer to do something than it would. She can kind of crank it out a lot faster because she's more experienced. But I do some of the writing of the blogs. Well, so Savannah does this full time, I should say. The blog is her gig full time. I work as a nurse 2 days a week. So she does more of the things, and then we just kind of delegate tasks as they come. So that's actually something we're hoping to be better at next year, is to be more, to plan things ahead so that we're not so reactionary. But that's kind of how we do things now.
Yeah, and the one thing you do take care of mostly is emails.
Yeah.
So
I do a lot of emailing and just kind of like the more of the business side things, because that's my first job was in sales and marketing. So I handle a lot of that.
I love that y'all have that. It sounds like a great partnership, and it sounds like you guys have it down, even though you're saying you have to kind of define those roles, but it sounds like you'll have it down already. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like,
happens,
it's very fluid, I think because of our friendship is so solid, and we're very good we've learned over the years to be very good at communicating. So
that's great.
That has just really helped us a lot. If Savannah's feeling overwhelmed or if she needs help with something, it's not perfect, and we're certainly argue like sisters a lot, but we always end on a positive note, and we communicate pretty well with each other.
That's a gift, believe me, especially when there's money involved.
Yeah.
To have a good relationship and a partnership in business, it's like, that's like gold, like y'all struck gold, because really and truly it could go always wrong. Just with just resentment and like, there's not a 50-50, or things aren't cut and dry, or like, I mean, I've been in a partnership before, and as a business coach, I have worked with small companies where there's just it can get really bad. So just the fact that you guys, I mean, it's a godsend that y'all can connect and communicate well enough to make it work, because like I said, it could be disastrous, but but sounds like y'all have it down. That's really cool.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's work, but it is, I think we just have a different than some people outlook on money, and it's more this isn't popular, but it's more of like, oh, if I have money and Casey needs money, it's our money, you know.
Yeah. We were very unusual. It gave our accountant a nervous breakdown. A very unusual financial situation, but I mean, we're very much partners in that way. It's just like Savannah said, if I have money, she has money, and we just don't even think about it. If we're ever stressed out about money, it's not a resentment from the other person. It's like, oh crap, what do we need to do to make money? It's never that like, oh, Casey, what does Casey need to do to make money? It's like, okay, we have this bill to pay, or this thing needs to happen. So what are we going to do about it? And it's just, that has never been an issue, thankfully. And it is a gift from God for sure.
Yeah. A lot of grace. And I think that, I feel like that's kind of coming out in your relationship. That's a good thing to have. So what is it that you want to tell your fans and your followers that, like, what do you wish that they knew about each of you?
That's a good question.
That is.
I would say if I could communicate one message, it would be to try new things, to not be defined by what the society defines you as, but to really figure out who you are and to be really self-aware. Savannah and I are constantly self-evaluating, and I just really want, I hear girls say all the time, they want to do this when they get married, or they want to do this when they have enough money. And that hurts my soul, because nothing is guaranteed in life. So It's like,
do it now.
Gotta do it now. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And I would say on the more personal level, it's that same idea, but also I just think that you can't really get across the heart how much you are working to do what you're doing. And, every single decision that, well, you may not even see it on Instagram or our blog, but we have made, 800 decisions to get to this point. And it gets stressful. It's hard. It's work. And I don't know how you convey that to people, and I don't know that it's necessary, but if people could just know that, I think they might just respect what you do a little more. 'Cause it's hard work, and a lot of decisions every day.
Yeah. Nobody sees us when we're sitting there on the couch thinking, oh gosh, I've got to go, blog, or I've got to write something. And you're just like, you just want to be normal and just hang out and not, you don't want that responsibility, but so it's work, and people don't, they're like, I'll just, do whatever, but it is work.
Right.
Yeah. Even when we're putting a caption on Instagram, it could take us an hour to say, you don't want to be controversial, but you do want to challenge people. And that's our constant struggle, is not offending people, but also trying to make them think.
Right.
That's good. Good. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of a lightning round because of time, where I'm just going to shoot some fun and really hopefully interesting questions your way. Okay. What, and just one of y'all answer, what's the best business advice y'all ever got?
To think of blogging like a business from day one. I think there's this thought that blogging can be a passion, and it can be, but you have to move out of the passion and think of it like a business. I mean, you can always blog about what you love, but if you're just thinking of it as this little fun side thing, you're going to burn out pretty quickly.
Yeah, true. Favorite app?
Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. since we're in Nashville, favorite Nashville coffee shop?
Ooh. Right now I'd say Humphrey Street is my new favorite.
I've just heard about that last night or night before last.
Yes,
Yeah.
they have a French Toast Latte that is so good.
Okay. Favorite Nashville restaurant?
Okay. I'm going to give you a 3-tier,
Okay.
first of all.
Okay.
The low-end pricing Mitchell Deli.
Yes.
Love
BLT.
it.
BLT at Mitchell Deli.
I love so many things there. And then the second, like, mid-range Butchertown Hall.
Yes.
And then high-end Henley.
Yes.
Oh, I've not heard of that.
Ooh, it's good.
It's very good.
Very good.
Very.
But it's
It is the
high
high
end.
end.
But it's
Yeah.
the high end. I love all
Yes.
all of those. I'm going to try Henley. What is favorite Nashville just place to take your guests, out of town guests?
Oh gosh. Well, if they've never been to Nashville, I feel like you have to do downtown, and we love, what is it called? Roberts.
Oh yeah, Robert's Western Wear or something.
Yes.
It's called
World,
something
yes.
funky, but
Yeah.
yeah. So, and I've said this before, I love downtown, and I'm so glad that Nashville has had this huge boom and change, because the only answer to that question 20 years ago or 10 years ago was Opryland Hotel, which I love Opryland.
Right.
I'm staring into space. I love Opryland.
Right.
However, like, how many times can you see greenery? Like, you're in, it's a great place, nothing against them, but I'm so thankful that we have, like, downtown. It's just so much more lively. Now, as far as parking goes,
Right.
You
We
take a
Skype
lift.
down there. Yeah. Not Skype.
Lift.
Take a lift down
Take
there.
a lift. Yeah. That's so much easier, because you're going to pay the same amount, really.
Exactly.
With less
it's just
hassle.
faster. Yeah.
Faster. Yeah. What was the last thing you ordered on Amazon that, like, rocked your world?
Ooh.
What was
And y'all can each answer.
Yeah.
we order so many things on Amazon.
I know. The tripod. We just got a new tripod, and it rocked our world. And then we also ordered these new pillow covers. They're like buffalo check pillow covers.
They've been good for styling.
They've been very good for
styling.
styling.
We had a really rinky-dink tripod for our whole blogging life, so we finally upgraded.
Like a camera one, or for your phone? Yeah, camera.
Like a
for
camera
camera,
one.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's it just does a lot of different things. It's very nice.
Nice. Anything that y'all are loving as far as makeup or hair stuff? Because y'all are just beautiful. I'm looking at your picture, so I want the secrets. Dish the secrets.
This has been around for a little while, but we just, within the last few months, have tried the Moroccan oil, just our original Moroccan oil, and I am obsessed with it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
What does it do?
It just kind of like smooths out your hair without making it greasy at all. It's really lightweight, and it just kind of makes your hair shiny and just smooth looking.
Yeah, I'll use it sometimes just to try to help detangle.
Mm-hmm.
But you barely use any of it.
Yeah.
But the whole Moroccan oil, they have just like shampoo. Their scent is so good, and
we like a lot of their stuff.
Mostly, the secret is to not wash your hair every day.
Right.
That's the secret.
Yes.
Okay, last two questions. Who's your favorite person to follow on Instagram?
Ooh,
that's hard.
That's deep.
That is deep. I don't think I could answer it. Honestly, I couldn't answer it.
Okay, this isn't a person, but I
know what you're going to say.
There's a dog Instagram account. They're brothers, and the Pooch of NYC and his little brother, little Freddy Tinkles. They are hilarious. I mean, the one Agador, he has a fro and he wears like outfits every day.
Oh, cute.
And it's just funny. Savannah, you need to say something more meaningful than
Oh,
that.
you know who I was gonna say? I just saw this was Joe Biden.
Is he on Instagram?
He is. He hasn't been on that long, and I don't know why I knew as soon as he got on, but I started following him, and
That's hilarious.
I always watch his stories.
Yes.
He has stories.
amazing.
He does stories.
Yeah.
Yes, but they're like pre-recorded,
they're
professional videos.
professional.
Him talking about things that
Wow.
matter.
Yeah.
So,
But
Wow.
for inspiration, there's a girl called Tezza. It's like Tezza, Tezzamb, and she's incredible. So we also like her stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, she was really. No, it's just Tezza, Tezza. I think when we were first taking photography seriously, she was one of our favorite
inspired.
people to follow.
Yeah.
Okay. What about YouTube? I'm obsessed with YouTube, so I'm.
So I got really obsessed not that long ago with all van life people on YouTube.
Yes.
Yes. I have moved on, but we
Have
really we're very interested in getting a van for travel. So I just watched so many videos on YouTube from a lot of different people.
I'm still there. I'm still obsessed with the van life. Yeah.
Yeah, I am too. But I think I watched all the videos. Basically.
Yeah. Eamon and Beck, is that
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's when we
And
like,
they're
all their stuff.
friends that they traveled to Mexico. I watched that whole thing. Did you watch that?
Yeah.
That was so fascinating.
Yeah. We also like for makeup, there are these girls, PixieWoo, that I've been following along with they've been on YouTube for maybe 10 years.
Yeah, you were watching that before I knew you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Stuff is really great.
Yeah, and they still do really great stuff. And they sell, I don't know if you know the Real Techniques makeup brushes. That's their brand.
That's their brand.
Oh, wow. They have.
They sell them at like Walgreens or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's cool. Well, that's it. Thanks so much, ladies, for coming on. And I am thrilled to continue to follow you guys on Instagram and just jump in your photos in my mind.
Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank you.
having us.
Thanks again to Simone for sponsoring the show and for Savannah and Casey for coming on Rising Stories. Music is by Ben Sound, and don't forget to connect with me on Instagram. Make sure that you are watching for all of the New York City Instagram stories that I'll be posting. Thanks again for listening, and keep rising in your story.